plane unexpectedly lands on high-voltage lines, and the pilot immediately dials for help. Soon, the rescue team arrives at the scene, laying out air cushions below. The team captain contacts the pilot, instructing them to jump down onto the cushions one by one. The pilot takes the first leap, safely landing on the air cushion. Next, the captain urges a woman to jump, but she refuses, unwilling to leave her husband behind. Little did they know, her husband had just undergone a liver transplant. With the high-voltage lines at risk of igniting, the captain persuades the woman, assuring her they will rescue her husband. Eventually, with her husband's encouragement, the woman reluctantly releases his hand and jumps down from above. The captain then prepares to rescue the husband. Wearing insulated gloves, he carefully approaches the plane via the high-voltage line, quickly reaching the aircraft. The captain secures the husband with a safety harness. Using a hoist, they delicately lower the husband onto the air cushion, ensuring a safe landing. Just then, a surge of electricity races towards the plane, prompting the team to urgently shout for the captain to jump. In the nick of time, the captain leaps, and behind him, the plane explodes. Fortunately, everyone emerges unharmed. This woman has a peculiar hobby, stealing other people's packages, solely for the thrill of unwrapping them. Every day, she lurks nearby, pouncing on any package that appears, swiftly amassing a stolen treasure trove. Despite plundering an entire cart of deliveries, her insatiable desire remains unquenched. Setting her sights on the delivery drivers, she waits for him to drop off packages and leave. The moment he depart, she sneaks in, snatches the parcels, and makes a hasty getaway. However, her escape takes an unexpected turn as she tumbles head over heels while running. Panicking, she dials for rescue, and the response team swiftly arrives on the scene. Discovering her ankle is fractured, fearing exposure for her package pilfering, she convinces the rescuers to take her to the hospital without revealing her peculiar penchant. The rescuers, curious about her story, can only assist in stabilizing her ankle. Just then, a police car arrives, and the woman's anxiety spikes. The policewoman interrogates her, suspecting criminal activity. The woman, in a moment of desperation, confesses her unusual penchant, insisting she's not a thief but merely enjoys the sensation of unwrapping packages. So does the joy of unwrapping packages truly outweigh the risks? It's the first time the boy sees the sea, but suddenly... Fortunately, there's Bran, his dad's best friend. Bran scoops up the boy and starts running. But how can legs outrun a tsunami? In the chaos, the man struggles in the water, finally breaking the surface. However, the boy is nowhere to be seen. He keeps calling the boy's name as the boy clings to a pillar. Bran swims towards the boy, but the turbulent waters make it challenging. Just as they are about to reach each other, the man grabs a piece of driftwood and barely stops. At that moment, the boy can't hold on any longer and lets go. It looks like he's about to be carried away by the sea. Without hesitation, the man jumps in. This time, he tightly embraces the boy. It's his best friend's son. If anything happened, he truly wouldn't know how to face his friend. Rescue personnel retrieved the key from the boy's throat, applying a breathing machine to him. Only then did the boy come back to life. An hour earlier, the boy had locked himself on the slaughterhouse assembly line. To protest against the slaughter of ducks, they vandalized the electrical box of the assembly line, but accidentally activated the switch. The boy was sent towards the blade. His companion was also lifted by the machinery. The boss hastily dialed 911. When the rescue team arrived, only the boy was stuck. Because he had swallowed the key, team members used large pliers to cut the lock. At that moment, the boss turned off the machine. The captain questioned why he hadn't done it earlier. The boss claimed he wanted to teach them a lesson. The boy started coughing as the key had lodged in his throat. After spitting out blood the key was also clamped out the boy finally resumed breathing. Do you think the boss was right? The boy is playing on the trampoline. Suddenly...
911, what's your emergency?
911 arrives at the scene quickly. The captain discovers the hot girl's hand and waist are firmly pinned to the door by the trampoline springs. She dare not move at all. The handsome guy asks her if her fingers can move. The woman tries and finds they can, indicating the springs did not hit any nerves. The spring on her waist also did not pierce the spine. The woman is truly lucky. Then, the firefighters bring a chainsaw and directly cut the entire door, taking the woman to the hospital along with it. At the hospital, the son hands the woman her phone and excitedly tells her she has been live streaming the whole time. This incident instantly gained her 1 million followers. The woman is overjoyed and tells him, "We're going to make a fortune." Is there anyone inside the ATM? A woman approaches to withdraw money, but the machine spits out a distress note. Without even glancing at it, she throws it into the trash. Then, a handsome guy walks in, notices the distress note, but dismisses it as a prank show. Finally, a clever person arrives. After entering the password, the note appears again, saying, Call 911. Rescue teams finally arrive at the scene. After investigation, they discover the bank had sent someone to repair the machine today, but lost contact with the repair person. They only found his car in the parking lot. Suspecting the person inside the ATM is the repairman, the police insert a camera into the ATM. Sure enough, they identify the repair worker. They then cut open the iron gate lock, finally opened the back door. The handsome guy inside is successfully rescued. A dude's just munching on a cookie when bam, the cops decide it's time for a showdown, and once they catch a glimpse of the Audi he's rolling, they grip their holstered guns like it's a Wild West face-off. Why? Just because the guy happens to be black. Even with all his papers in order, the cops play the get out of the car card, throwing around suspicions of fake ID card. The guy tries to explain, but nope, they slam him against the hood. His daughter whips out her phone to capture the drama.
What are you doing to my dad?
Just then, the little brother in the back seat wakes up.
Dad!
Seeing a cop pointing a gun at his bro, the dad loses it, begging, "Please don't shoot, it's my kid." The man spills the beans his wife is also a cop. Not just any cop but a big shot police inspector. He drops her badge number, and boom, the vibe shifts, suddenly realizing they've messed with someone high up. The cops quickly hand back the docs, muttering apologies, and bolt from the scene, leaving the dad and his two sidekicks standing there. The woman finds her leg stuck in a hole. Just as a sizable bus approaches, the firefighter quickly positioned herself in front of the vehicle. Additional team members quickly approached. Even with the combined efforts of two firefighters, extracting the woman's leg proved to be a challenge. The team medic cautioned discreetly. Improper handling could result in the woman losing her entire leg.
Did you just say lose my leg? Is that true?
The woman's emotions were slowly unraveling. Why did all the unfortunate events have to occur on the same day? As it happens, her closest friend is relocating. She has already developed romantic feelings for her. Simultaneously, the best friend appears. The woman to finally express her emotions.
More than just friend feelings and...
Surprisingly, the best friend initiated a direct kiss. As it happens, she reciprocated the same sentiments. With the assistance of her girlfriend, the woman's leg was ultimately liberated. It's truly turning misfortune into a blessing. The woman's water suddenly broke. The police were getting ready to help, but the woman asked them to take care of Lily first. Just minutes ago, the pregnant women were in a yoga class, but Lily suddenly couldn't move. The manager quickly dialed 911. After the captain's examination, it was found Lily was experiencing muscle spasms due to a strain. She just needed to rest on her side. However, Mary, on the side, was in pain. Suspected she was about to give birth. It was too late to take her to the hospital now. The captain had to lay out towels to prepare for delivery, but the short-haired woman's water also broke. The yoga room was filled with the screams of women in labor. With the captain's assistance, the child was successfully born. However, the short-haired woman couldn't deliver. The captain suspected it was due to her height, so he decided to take her to the hospital for a cesarean section. At this moment, the ambulance finally arrived. The short-haired woman was placed on a stretcher, taken to the hospital.
Mom!
Mother pushes her daughter away. Then, when firefighters arrive, they discover this hole 40 meters deep. Though the woman at the bottom is still breathing, her entire body is immobile. Even so, her first concern is the safety of her child. After examination, firefighters determined the woman was bleeding severely, needed to be taken to the hospital immediately. However, the mother, reluctant to expose her child to the grim situation, was concerned about leaving a lasting impression. Therefore, the captain passed the walkie-talkie to the child, allowing them to talk to their mother. Upon hearing her daughter's voice, the mother finally smiled. When the eldest blamed herself for being playful, the mother comforted her, assuring it wasn't her fault.
I'm always with you. So whenever you feel sad or alone, just reach for each other. And that's when you'll feel me with you and remember that I love you.
Even though the mother's physical presence has left them, her love will forever reside in her daughter's heart. Do you miss your mom?